Ismael Ferreira can hardly walk 10 paces without people stopping him for a hug or a chat. It's market day in Valente, and everyone seems to be out and about. The traders are arriving from all over Bahia with fresh produce. Everyone knows Ismael because of the farmers' co-op he set up here. His fame has also spread further afield. In 2001, Germany's Schwab Foundation awarded him the title of social entrepreneur.
I come from a farming family. I worked in the fields myself, and I've always believed it's possible and essential to improve life here. Even in this arid region where it hardly rains. Even if the people believe there's no alternative, it's possible to live a dignified life here.
José Lopez is living proof of that. He tells us it's important to enjoy life. His goats, he says, are very sensitive. José Lopez owns a few acres of land. His main crop is sisal. Ismael Ferreira's co-op reintroduced sisal to the area. It's ideal for this almost barren land. The plant doesn't need much water and is easy to care for. José Lopez has 6 employees and this machine. It separates the fibers from the pulp. Then they're left to dry. The people here in this semi-arid region of northeastern Brazil tend to use few words. But they're happy and proud to talk about the progress that's been made in the past few years.
The
APA cooperative has helped me a lot. The technical advisors have shown us how we can improve the quality of our product. Many farmers had already given up. In the past, the quality of the sisal was a lot poorer because we didn't use any machines to harvest the crop. Now we can sell it at a higher price.
The cooperative buys the sisal from the farmers. It owns this factory where the fibers are processed and used to make carpets. But all is not well. Most of what is produced here is exported, which means the factory is at the mercy of exchange rate fluctuations. It's been fighting for survival for some time now. Ismael has experienced many sleepless nights and engaged in a lot of discussions.
Because of the stiff competition, we can't charge more. The people who buy our carpets in the US, whether they're paying dollars or euros, always pay the same price. But for us, it varies a great deal. 4 years ago, there were 4 reais to the dollar. We earned 20 reais for a square meter of carpet. Now the dollar has plummeted in value. We only earn 9 for the same amount.
The factory is running at half capacity. For months now, the workers have received less pay or no pay at all. They've been surviving on food parcels given out by the co-op. 400 people still work here. Some have quit.
I've stayed at the factory despite the crisis because I trust Ismael. I believe in him and the APA project. It has provided so many jobs here. There's nothing like it. And despite the crisis, Ismael didn't want to fire anyone.
What are you doing to raise turnover so you can weather the crisis?
We have to increase the value of the mats and carpets and cut out the middleman. One of our ideas was to broaden the product range, to cut the mats to length here and decorate them. That would create more jobs. Here, for example, we're making the rubber underlay that prevents the mats from slipping. That used to be made in Europe. Now customers can buy the finished mats directly from us.
The APA cooperative is omnipresent in Valente. It runs a bank that gives farmers loans, as well as a supermarket where members can shop more cheaply. Thousands of families benefit. The co-op's own dairy processes the farmer's goat's milk. Yogurt and sweets produced here are sold throughout Bahia. The co-op is always coming up with new ideas about how to create jobs with local products. But it also faces a lot of obstacles. Why is this building empty?
We built it as an extension for the dairy, but we can't get a license from the mayor. We've been trying for 4 years. In this region, this kind of difficulty is not uncommon. Politicians don't want jobs to be created because when people start earning more, they become more independent and self-confident and are no longer willing to sell their votes. So the politicians block every kind of progress.
Frustrated by this situation, Ismael Ferreira has decided to run for mayor. This is his second attempt. But he's not really a born politician. He doesn't seek the limelight. Still, many people are hoping he will be elected this time around. He's going from door to door, trying to persuade people to vote for him. This district is one of his rival strongholds. This young mother says she hasn't made up her mind yet. Is campaigning difficult?
Well, it's a lot easier to campaign on behalf of another candidate, for a member of parliament or the president, than for yourself. I find it quite difficult. It's a struggle. But what's the point of the APAEB doing so much for the region if the government doesn't do its job? We really won't get anywhere.
Ismael lost in the end by a few hundred votes, but after 3 decades of fighting for social change, he won't let that hold him back.